guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and there's just been a huge leak for the next Zombies map, DLC 2 for Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, I'm going to link two videos down in this video's description, so you can find out everything that we previously know about this map. One video is over half an hour long, and it explains the storyline of this map, and how it's actually going to be set in the Pompeii Islands, and how it's going to have links to Takeo and all that crazy stuff. It's a really in-depth storyline video, and the second video is going to be talking about some leaked information regarding some bosses on the map, and regarding the Katana and stuff like that. Make sure to go watch them both to learn everything that we previously know prior to this video. But basically, we have found out a ton of leaked information. So today we're going to be updating you on stuff that we now know previously. So in my last video, I talked about the fact that there's going to be a boss on this map known as a Thrasher. Now, within the recent update on PC, data miners have actually gone into the coding of Black Ops 3, and for some weird reason, Treyarch have actually left coding for DLC 2 in there, which you can actually see on screen now. Just a huge copyright disclaimer to Activision: you cannot take down this video for me showing the coding, as it's simply showing it for informational purposes. You released it, it's in your game, it's not being secretly slipped out of your grasp. Now, within the coding, it talks about some sort of actual boss known as a warlord, and within the actual coding it says /island, obviously standing for this island DLC map. It says fx_spores_cloud_ambient, and then it talks about the fact that we're going to essentially have to shoot these spores, and this is how we're actually going to be damaging this boss. Similar to how we actually had to shoot the head of the Magua when it opened its mouth. I talked about in the previous video that we thought that this boss would be called a Thrasher, but it seems like it's actually going to be called a Warlord, but that could just be the code name for this boss. But it's going to have spores on it, and it's going to work similar to the Magua. Now, the code also actually states that it's going to have an fx_thrash_pustle_burst ability, and it then actually says fx_thrash_pustle, and then it says fx_thrash again. Now, that's going to actually be the attack that is going to be able to induce on you, but it also says fx_thrash_rage_gas_leg. Now, this is pretty peculiar indeed. Now, it's going to have some sort of weird attack, I would presume similar to the Magua, because obviously once you shot each head off, the Magua would get increasingly more angry and fast. It's going to have some sort of rage attack at you, where I presume it would speed up. Within the coding also says rash_rage_gas_torso electrify_fx ability electric surge shock. Now, this could be similar to what the Panzer Soldier actually did on the Eisendrache, where it would actually shoot the actual shock charges at you, or the liquid divinium grenades, and you would sort of get this electric shock so this boss will actually be able to shock you. Now, at the moment, we don't really know what this boss will in fact look like, we just know what the abilities of which it can actually do. Within the coding, it also says fx_warlord. Again, it states about the electric attack, but it's going to actually have a second damage. So it's going to have two different variations of this electric attack, which it can actually do on you. It then says warlord_lower_damage_2 explosions. So it's going to have some sort of explosive attack on you. It then says robot_stage 3. And again, this is all up for interpretation. I'm just reading off what it actually says within the code. It then actually says tight_body_glow_warlord light fx_light_I_glow_warlord. So it seems like the specialist weapon on this map is in fact going to be the heat wave from multiplayer. Or maybe there may actually be the flamethrower, aka the purifier from multiplayer on this map, or it could just be the heat wave. That could also still be referring to the actual boss, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's referring to the heat wave specialist weapon. So it seems like the specialist weapon will in fact be the heat wave. It also talks about distortion_volume_player_heat wave distortion_volume_air player, and then it says shock field. Again, more coding about the actual heat wave, which I'm not sure if that's actually going to be an ability of the boss, or whether your player will actually be able to use that. And this is where it gets the most interesting. It then says shock_field_IP vehicle, and then it says fx_exhaust_jetpack_warlord_duke zombie, and then it says fx_fire_torso_zombie. So the actual boss is going to be able to fly, and it's going to have a jetpack. And if we remember back to the Eisendrache and obviously Origins as well, it actually had a jetpack also. That's how it spawned into the map. It would fly down in as a jetpack. Now this boss, again, is going to be similar to this, so this boss just seems like an overall mix between the Panzer and the Magua, and then it says FX_glow_eye_orange, so this boss will have glowing orange eyes. Now this is pretty much all the leaked information from the coding that has just been leaked. As I said, make sure to check out the 2 videos linked down in this video's description for all of the other information that we know about this map so far regarding the next DLC map. So anyways, thank you for watching the video, make sure to subscribe for new and the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.